for the playoffs. So you're right. It hasn't come against Minnesota. You know, it's come against some very good teams.
So you know they're going to be ready to play tonight. Olden Polynice against Shaq for the jump ball, and it's won by the Magic and Nick Anderson. Brian Shaw, Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, Grant, and O'Neal for the Magic as you look at the officials for our game tonight. Anderson guarded by Richmond, whose defense has been outstanding this year for Sacramento. More on that in a minute, and there's an example of it. Shaq double teamed immediately with Grant. Long toss across. Nick for three. Won't go this time. And the rebound fought for him, grabbed by the Wizard Walt Williams out of Maryland. Williams 6'8". Hardaway guards him. Spud Webb against Brian Shaw. Anderson guards Mitch Richmond. Grant guarded by Grant. How about that? Bounce pass in traffic. O'Neal picks it off. No score, just underway here at the arena. Brian Shaw up high over Polynice. Didn't get the roll. O'Neal may have pushed off.
Yeah, I think he did. Brian Shaw hasn't been shooting the ball very well, but he has been putting a lot of extra time in to try to get his shot to go down. That shot looked good when it left his hands, so he's shooting it with some confidence, even though he hasn't shot well as far as percentage is concerned.
9 assists for Brian in his last 2 Magic starts.
Right.
So even though he's not scoring, he's helping others do just that. Spud Webb in traffic. Will he get the call? I think so.
Foul number 20, Brian Shaw.
So Shaw quickly called for foul.
First and second team foul.
Spud Webb hasn't missed a free throw this season, but he hasn't been to the free throw line in the last 3 games or so.
Walt Williams beats Hardaway.
Walt Williams from Golden
So that's how the game starts for Sacramento.
He's given Penny Hardaway a little bit of his own medicine. If you think back to the last 3 games or so, Penny has been used on the low post a lot.
Shaq gets Polynice to foul. And Olden Polynice out of Virginia, a guy that they really claim was a spark for them after coming over in trade last season from Detroit.
Well, he had by far his best season of his career last year. He played so hard and played so well before getting traded. And here's a look at our Outback Steakhouse Shaq stats as Shaq continues to lead the league in scoring.
And he gets the touch at the free throw line. Shaq at 60% from the field, 65% from the stripe. First in points, 6th in field goal percentage and rebounds, 8th in blocks. And he ties our game at 2, 10:41 to play in the first quarter. The Knicks in town next Friday night. Well, that's going to be a super ball game, at least looks that way on paper. Magic losing a close affair up in Gotham last time. Spud Webb, look at him create havoc. 1 pass too many. Now Hardaway runs with it. Brian Shaw, Anderson against Walt Williams, and an offensive foul, late whistle.
Offensive foul number 25, Nick Anderson.
Offensive foul against Nick, that goes as a turnover.
Well, not a whole lot of contact right there. I think Walt did a pretty decent job of enticing the official into that call. Nick just has to laugh about it and go the other way.
2-2 game. Each team with a couple of turnovers. Richmond cut off by Hardaway now. 10 to shoot for Webb. Now Williams against Anderson on the baseline. Gets Grant in the air and blew the layup. But Horace out of bounds.
Well, good job, Horace Grant, once again coming over from the weak side, forcing the miss. He won't get credit for it, but he forced Walt Williams to put a little bit more on that, as he thought Horace Grant would get a hand on the shot attempt.
Richmond around the Polynice screen. Silk out of Fort Lauderdale, Mitch Richmond. Second team All-NBA last year. And he's been in a shooting slump, but he loves to play here in Orlando. Sacramento, 4th best defensive team in the league. And Magic struggling for the first time this year to get shots off here. Another turnover. Richmond steps through to Grant for a right-hand layup that he missed. And it's out of bounds to the Magic. Oh, they give it to Sacramento.
Well, you know, I think that's the proper call. I really thought Penny Hardaway got a hand on it to knock it out of bounds. What he wanted to do was just try to keep Sacramento from getting the ball. And it worked out well that way, but the Magic didn't get the shot in.
Inbound play to Richmond, he hits that.
Well, that's a bad sign. And Brian Hill wants a timeout. He'll take a 20-second timeout.
He's going to let his team have it right here. 9:14 left. Magic have come out and look very sloppy. 3 turnovers. Sacramento has scored on all 3 of them. And that's the margin of lead in this game. It's 6-2 Kings.
Well, the Magic have just gotten 2 shots off so far in this ball game, and that tells you again, you turn the ball over, you don't get opportunities to put it up towards the hole.
Well, Magic fans, help us complete the team, and you can win a trip to Phoenix for the '95 All-Star Game. Make sure you vote for all the Magic players on the ballot at any Foot Locker or a Magic home game between now and January 16th. If your names draw, you could win a trip to the NBA All-Star Game and possibly a chance to take an NBA three-point shot for $1 million. Well, if there was any indication of the Magic being somewhat complacent in this game, I hope that that timeout erased that from their game plan. Kings have jumped out 6-2 here early. And as you mentioned in the pregame, Goose, forcing turnovers and capitalizing. O'Neal steps through, goaltending on Polynice, so that's a break.
Well, that is the break, just the kind of break the Magic needed. He gets to the free throw line as well, as someone dropped in on the double team and got him across the arm. You'll see Olden Polynice get a hand on it. Grant gets the foul, and there's Polynice, just got the hand on it, couldn't pull it back. I think it would have gone down anyway.
Kings 6, O'Neal 5. 9:07 to play in the opening quarter. Spud Webb harassed by Hardaway for a moment. Webb turns corner. Looks for help, and a whistle again on the Magic.
Horace Grant maybe almost got away with it.
Foul number 54, Horace Grant.
So every 4 of the 5 starters for the Magic now with a personal foul. Sacramento comes in 3 games behind Phoenix in the Pacific Division. The Suns have won 4 in a row. Well, they're a good ball club. Doing it without Barkley, too. Here's Grant in the lane. A lot of hand on that ball, and he's strong enough to lay it in. So a delay of game warning now against Sacramento. Grant, the 8th pick overall in the draft, 6'9" out of Xavier.
Well, they've been extremely pleased, to say the least, with what he has shown so far.
Hardaway trying to use that quickness to create his own shot. Air ball. O'Neal corrals and stuff. That's a nice safety valve to have in it.
Yes, it is.
O'Neal has scored the first 7 points in succession for the Magic. Shaw over the top of the screen. Spud Webb handles right side now. Walt Williams whips it over to Grant. He runs into traffic, still lays it in.
Yeah, he's just very strong. I mean, he reminds you of another guy that played Xavier by the name of Derek Strong. He's with the Boston Celtics right now. He's a big upper body and uses it very well.
Grant 10th in the league in field goal percentage, came in at .467. Spud Webb hits a shot. So everybody has scored for Sacramento except for Polynice. At 12-7, the Kings have the lead here. Shaq catches on the floor. Little baby hook. He scored 9 straight.
Well, Shaq's going to try to take advantage of Olden Polynice. That's the one guy on the front line here that is not very strong, not as big or as bulky, and able to push the kill around. So the Magic giving him the ball every time down.
Shaw against Webb. Richmond runs the screens on the baseline, as does Williams.
That's a good job, Nick Anderson.
Webb in the lane, hop step, whips to the Wizard. 3 to shoot and a turnover. Good defense that time.
Yeah, it was. And you see Sacramento making the extra passes because they just simply haven't been able to get the guys the ball where they want to get it. The main guy that we have to keep watching now, Mitch Richmond, he's made 2, but Nick Anderson played him very well that time.
Now, Nick tries to give him a little of his own medicine. Almost gave up a travel. Hardaway rimmed out the 3, but Grant will corral the rebound. Shaw gets the baseline. Pinned beautifully by Grant. Horace comes away. Not this time, and rebound to Richmond. Blind feed ahead to Polynice. And he'll dunk it home. Boy, they look good, don't they? 14-9. Sacramento the lead. Hardaway steps through, won't go with the bank. Shaq catches, settles, and lays it in. 11 straight to start the game.
Well, Shaq's just doing it all right now, and he's obviously going to have to get some help from somewhere. The problem with what is happening with Shaq right now is he's going to need a breather here very quickly. We are in a timeout break, I think, so maybe he'll get it that way.
Shaq's 3 out of 3 from the field. Rest of the team 0 for 7.
Good job, Nick. That's great playing the screen.
Richmond bounce pass in traffic, poked away by Hardaway, and a 24-second violation.
That's great
again.
defense.
So the Magic take time out here. They forced a couple of turnovers by the Kings in a row, and now they trail by 3 as we head to our first timeout in the game.
The world of Makita design. Innovating. Always a leader. So how do you make the best even better? Throw away the key. Makita. It's all the power you need. For a limited time, receive a free extra battery with your Makita purchase.
This year, don't buy another health club membership. Buy yourself your own health club from Exercise Experience. Imagine enjoying a complete workout at home on the fully programmable LifeStride 5500 treadmill, the all-new LifeStep 5600 aerobic trainer stair climber, or the LifeCycle 6500 heart rate aerobic trainer exercise bike. So forget all those health club hassles. Head to Exercise Experience, your fitness equipment superstore. Just remember, at Exercise Experience, we bring fitness home.
When you're active, your body heat increases.
15 or 20 times.
You become dehydrated.
As soon as 30 minutes.
You lose fluids.
Up to 2 quarts of sweat per hour.
But more than anything else, you get thirsty. Thirsty. Gatorade Thirst Quencher.
Drink it.
No other beverage enters the bloodstream faster and rehydrates you better.
Chug it.
Nothing quenches a deep-down body thirst better.
Scientifically tested, athletically proven.
Gatorade Thirst Quencher.
It's gotta be Gatorade.
14-11 our score, 5:54 to play. You're watching Magic Basketball, a game tonight, as always, brought to you in part by Walt Disney World Resort. Discover for yourself why it's the #1 vacation destination on Earth. The Goose, Jack Evans, Chip Carey with you tonight from the Orlando Arena. The Sacramento team has a 3-point advantage here.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal, 11. Sacramento, 14. And here's a look at one of the buckets by Shaq. He's just working the offensive boards, and he slams this one right back through. So he's going to have to get some help from somewhere. The rest of the Magic players just simply have not made any shots, but they haven't had many. Hardaway is 0 for 3. Brian Shaw is 0 for 2. Nick Anderson is 0 for 1. And Grant is 0 for 1.
Shaq just 1 point away from tying the team record for consecutive points in a game. He has 11 in a row for the Magic to open up here, who, as we said, trail by 3. And they go to the big fella. They triple team him and an illegal defense call. That's a warning against the Kings.
You see him sending virtually everyone at Shaquille right now. That time he had 3 people on him, and Mitch Richmond was back in the paint illegal. So they are keeping their eye on Shaquille.
Walt Williams tried to steal it away from Hardaway. Penny spins into a double team, kicks it to the floor, and another Magic turnover. And Sacramento flies the other way. That's 5 Magic miscues already in this game. Air ball. Williams catches, though, and it's now 10 points off of 5 turnovers. 16-11.
Sacramento doing everything right now, getting to every loose ball. They're just out hustling the Magic.
Shaq tosses across. Nick 4-3. Would not go. Out of bounds to the Kings. 5:07 left. Matt Long and Jeff Ballou want to say hi to Roscoe Long, wishing him a happy 50th birthday, watching the game tonight in Daytona Beach. So happy birthday. I'm going to wish a quick get well soon to Adam Moore, son of one of the great bank friends of mine, Debbie Snipes at United American Bank. Son Adam broke his wrists, both of them. So Adam, get better soon. 4:52 to play, first quarter. Here's the Spud with 3 to shoot. Long 3. Oh, not to be this time. And the Magic struggling.
Shot clock about to run down.
Shaq steps through, draws the contact. So he's got a chance to set the record at the free throw line here.
Now, the Magic have forced Sacramento to use a lot of the clock, but I think this might be the way Sacramento wants to play. I mean, they're not in a hurry. They're just wanting to make sure that they take their time to get a good shot at every possession. But that time Spud got caught a little bit far out.
Yeah, they really are a half-court team. They don't run an awful lot. And that's one reason why they're holding teams below 98 points a night. You don't get many offensive sets against this team. Now Michael Smith checks in. Second-round pick out of Providence. He was on the board when the Magic were picking in the second round. The Magic took Rodney Dent instead of this kid.
Well, Dent gives them a little bit more size. And I think that's what they were wanting, to try to get another guy that could play the power forward spot and could back up Shaquille.
Smith led the Big East in rebounding the last 3 years. He's another terrific looking player. Webb to the Wizard. He steps through, changes the shot, would not go. Anderson couldn't get the rebound, and now a whistle.
The foul number 34, Michael Smith.
It'll go on Smith, who's averaging 10 points, almost 6 rebounds in his rookie year.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job for them off the bench. He is just a high energy guy, and he's great around the boards, and he gets a lot of putbacks because of that.
Shaq again, triple team, whips it over to Grant. Morris saves again. Nick takes the drive, feeds Grant. Knocked away Polynice. Shaq hits the stuff. 13 straight new Magic record.
Oh my.
It's been all O'Neal. 16-13. It's unbelievable. Shaq 5 for 5. The rest of the team 0 for 9. Somebody else is going to have to come to the fore here. Polynice, no. Grant a rebound, a rare running chance for Orlando if they don't turn it over. Spud tried to save it, could not.
Shaquille doing a good job on defense also. I mentioned Grant changing up some shots. Shaq has also changed up about 4 shots down there.
3:30 to go. Story of this game's turnovers. 5 of them for the Magic.
The Magic have 5 already.
Out of bounds off of Sacramento. 7 to shoot.
7 seconds to shoot. 7 seconds to shoot.
Five to shoot now. Here's Hardaway. Lenny Currier screams red. Penny steps through, and a whistle with a half-second on the shot clock.
Bailed him out that time. The Magic were going to have to scramble just to get a shot off. Williams said Penny lowered his shoulder and pushed him off, and Williams might be right on that play because Penny just had to do something to open up a path to the basket. Now watch him lean in right there. There he is, and then Williams gets him across the arm.
So Penny coming off a Player of the Week performance, triple-double last time against Milwaukee. Snaps Shaq's streak. 13 straight points for the big guy, and Hardaway adds the 14th now, and it's only a 2-point game, believe it or not.
But this is the style. This is the way Sacramento wants it to be. They want to keep it close. They want to make sure the Magic did not put together a spurt here.
Spud tried to step through the screen, and Horace Grant is called for his second foul.
His second 14th foul.
Avent sheds the warm-ups. He'll check in. Anthony Bowie comes in for Shaw.
Be interesting here to see how the Magic match up. Brian Shaw will sit down, and he had been playing Spud Webb. And now Penny Hardaway will move to the point guard spot. We'll see how they match up after we get back from this timeout.
Which is brought to you by our friends at Goodings. Goodings, always our best.
Orlando's hometown supermarket has a fantastic prize from Orlando's hometown team. It's Goodings Game Ball Giveaway. Register at any Goodings this week to win this official Orlando Magic basketball, autographed by every member of the team, plus 2 tickets to a Magic game at the arena. Just register at the special Game Ball Giveaway display in every Goodings this week, featuring the special Good Value, and you could be the lucky fan who wins free tickets and an autographed Magic basketball during Goodings Game Ball Giveaway.
The secret to a strong finish is endurance. High endurance from Old Spice. All day long it proves it's the longest lasting, hardest working, the best deodorant stick. It evaporates less quickly. It also lasts longer, protects better. Now that's endurance. for the longest lasting, hardest working, the best deodorant stick, Demand Proof. Get high endurance from Old Spice. You won't go far without it.
It's in our smile. It's in our taste. It's in our large groups and in smaller ones. And now it's in our name. Presenting the Orlando Marriott Downtown. 290 spacious rooms and suites. Livingston's Restaurant and Spectator Sports Bar. 14,000 square feet for business and pleasure. Orlando Marriott Downtown. Our name says it all. Call now for reservations and information.
Back here at the Arena, Sacramento 16, Magic 15. You see the time left here in our first quarter in Orlando.
Well, it was the Shaquille O'Neal show before Penny Hardaway finally got on the scoreboard. Shaq had scored the first 13 points for the Magic, and he is just doing it all.
Well, use your Visa card when purchasing tickets to the December 30th Outback Steakhouse Gator Bowl, and you'll be helping make tickets available for up to 5,000 kids. Visa and Outback Steakhouse will donate 1 Gator Bowl ticket to United Way agencies for every 4 purchased using your Visa card. It's a big stat. You just saw 10 Sacramento points off turnovers. Now Anthony Bowie guards the Wizard Walt Williams, and the Magic force a turnover.
Good job, Nick Anderson, and the Magic need to make sure they convert this turnover. Sacramento has forced 5, and they've gotten 10 points off of those turnovers.
Shaq, full head of steam, missed the shot. Avent, though, on the offensive glass, couldn't hang on. Now the Sacramento team pushes it up the floor. They don't do this often. Webb cut off by Bowie. Richmond sets his feet for 3 and got it.
He's got a beautiful, beautiful shot. Just great form on that shot.
7th leading scorer in the league at 24 a night. And he's got 7, and the Kings lead by 4. Magic screen for an illegal defense. Don't get the call. Now Shaq double team.
Mitch Richmond's illegal, yes.
Illegal defense against the Kings. That is a technical foul.
Well, Mitch Richmond is saying that he was not illegal.
Shoot the technical.
Well, was he, or does it depend, Jack?
I thought he was illegal. Definitely. And it depends on where he was standing while Shaquille had the ball.
Hardaway hits the free throw. Any 80-year-old fan could have seen that play.
Yeah, you're right.
2:18 to go. A little inside joke, folks. 19-16 our score here at the Arena. Lob to Shaq beautifully. Oh, that might have almost gone in the hole.
Yep, it was close. Good job getting the ball up there, Nick Anderson. Good job, Shaquille, going to get it.
2 minutes left. 1-point game in favor of the
2 minutes,
ball.
less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Williams cut off. Richmond now. Backs away from Nick. Oh, high breaker.
Oh, big shot. And Nick Anderson was all over him that time.
Great players make great shots.
Yeah, you're
that
right.
was one right there. 21-18 your score. Nick bodies up, stripped by Richmond. There's the great D we told you about. Now Spud right wing, whips it off to Richmond. In the lane, blocked by Avent, and out of bounds. Here comes some changes now. Ala Abdelnaby and Bobby Hurley. What a remarkable comeback for this young man. .130 to play in the period. Abdelnaby left wide open on the baseline. He missed the shot, and O'Neal gets the rebound out of bounds.
That's a tough shot just coming off the bench.
AB.
He's been shooting it real well in practice. Yesterday and the day before, he shot it just very good. So he should be shooting it pretty well tonight.
21-20. Oh, Hurley threw that away.
I don't think Nick, did he touch it? I don't know.
He says no. Tom Washington says yes, he did. So the Kings get it, 9 to shoot.
And I'm not sure if Nick did or not, but if he didn't, he should have. Let's see. No, he misses it, doesn't he? He made the effort for it.
Smith in the lane, over to Abdelnaby, lost it on the way up, but challenges O'Neal, shot an air ball. So the Magic chance for their first lead. Here's the big fella. He'll step through and stuff.
Great job running the floor, Shaquille. Man, he is going to score every point for the Magic here. They're going to ride his back until someone else gets it going.
22-21. O'Neal with 17 of the Magic points in the period. Williams may have pushed off. He did.
Great job, Anthony Bowie, getting his body on him. Now, AB is outsized down on the low post with Walt Williams. There's only one thing he can do, and that is to be fundamentally sound here when you talk about the matchup, and he does a great job here getting Williams on his back. Now, watch AB. That's excellent job of screening out, and Williams had to go over his back to get it.
So AB gets a couple of quick free throws. AB coming off that 15-point game in Milwaukee, 6 out of 10 from the floor and 5 rebounds.
His best game by far of the year.
That gives the Magic a 2-point lead here. He can tie the Magic's low water point for points in the first quarter with a successful free throw here. So it's 23-21. Magic have the lead. Sacramento has all but 9 seconds now. Tell you what, I like this Kings team. They're going to be tough. Put Frank Bukowski on that team. The toughness and the inside and outside jump shooting ability. Make life tough for you.
His first penalty situation.
Now the Kings go to the line. Walt Williams.
Shooting 2.
Yeah, Bukowski will bring him a big guy that can now shoot the ball from the outside, which will pull the centers out away from the basket, and that's going to give Williams and Smith and Grant opportunities to post up around the basket.
This guy at the free throw line's not too shabby either. You made the comparison to Dennis Scott. Size-wise, both 6'8", both terrific scorers, but they've also both had the major problem of injuries. Williams has missed 48 games his last 2 years. Dennis Scott for the Magic missed 103 games his last 4 years.
Williams is going to have to stay healthy, and I think he is. He looks better now than I've seen him at any time since coming into the NBA.
Tie game 23, last chance here for the Magic. Shaq lost the handle. AB saves the turnover. Whips it over to Avent, and he lays it in. Oh, baby.
Great pass.
And that's how the period ends. So Sacramento led for almost the entire period, but a late flurry by the Magic gives them the lead. 25-23 in a very sloppy first quarter of play here at the arena. We head to quarter 2. It's next after this from Great Western Bank.
Investing. It sounds simple enough until you get into it. With thousands of investment choices, it's easy to get confused. Wouldn't it be nice if there was someone you could talk to? An expert who could show you the way? Well, there's a Great Western Financial Securities Advisor at your local Great Western branch. And that's just a few doors away.
It's a Magic Brew. New York's thirsty for a roadwear, but Shaq's serving up Big Apple cider. Mix and Magic, Friday at 8, live on Sunshine.
I'll take the Sevilla Archrocker 382.
First, just let me slip on this little beauty.
Don't bother. Consumer Reports rated this one highest in shock absorption and support.
Consumer Reports.
It's the magazine that arms you with brand names, model numbers, facts, and figures to make smart buys every day. So you need to read it every month. Your subscription's just a toll-free phone call away. Subscribe and get 12 issues, including the April Auto issue. You'll also receive as a bonus the 1995 Buying Guide, all for only $22. Plus 2 free books, the 1994 Buying Guide and How to Clean Practically Anything. That's a $65.80 value for just $22. You save 66%.
Hi. Yeah, where's your Panasonic CTP 3180SF?
Ah, Consumer Reports?
Consumer Reports.
They're right over here.
Great.
Consumer Reports once a month makes you one tough customer.
Magic leading at the end of the first quarter, and they are 7-1 when they lead after the first quarter in games this season. Very important statistic here with 36 minutes of basketball left. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Old Milwaukee NA for non-alcoholic brew. It doesn't get any better than this. The Magic is a team 4 out of 14 from the floor in the first period, but Shaq 5 out of 5 by himself.
Yeah, Shaquille's played well. This is Mitch Richmond. Nick Anderson all over him. And he had to shoot that one up high, and boy, it just takes a lot of talent to be able to adjust your shot in midair and do what it takes and still make the shot look as good as that one looked.
And then, of course, Shaq at the other end with 17 points. In the first quarter, the Magic now go small and bring Horace Grant in to play center. Brian Shaw for the Magic as well as we start the second quarter. Big Magic fan Sylvia Olish wants to send her warm wishes to Tracy Bennett and her son John Olish. They're engaged to be married. And we send along our best wishes to them as well here as we begin our second quarter. Bobby Hurley against Shaw, Williams against Grant now. Hardaway, Abdelnaby, Avent Williams, and that's AB against Randy Brown, who just checked in. He's another defensive specialist. Abdelnaby out of Duke, got the lay-in.
Real nice move there. And he has been hurt. He has been in a situation where he hasn't played a lot of minutes in this young season. So in the lane, a foul on Hardaway, or against Hardaway, I should say. Washington is there, and let's see who got it.
The foul number 42, Walt Williams.
Walt Williams got it. That's 3 on Williams.
Third, first team foul.
Well, that's a big call right there because Williams has been playing well for this team, and they need him on the floor. So he has 3 now, and he will have to sit the rest of the way.
Sacramento substitution number 21, Trevor Wilson.
Trevor Wilson out of UCLA checks in for Williams. Wilson has an interesting offseason occupation. He and Don McLean own a sandwich shop out in the Los Angeles area.
He looks like a guy you'd see around the beach just hanging out, selling sandwiches. Looks perfect for him.
11-20. Abdelnaby sets a screen after getting screamed at. Now Hurley sends former Duke star to the baseline, and Brown fires away and hits his first shot. 8th in the league in steals is Brown, 2.3 of those a night, and he scores 6 points a game. Grant cut off. Over the back is Hurley.
The Magic trying to take advantage of Brian Shaw down low. They started out putting him down there against Bud Webb, and now they're putting him down there against Bobby Hurley, and the Magic haven't gotten anything from that yet. They are keeping Sacramento is keeping a bigger guy on Hardaway to try to keep him away from the low post.
Now Penny against Wilson, steps through, off balance runner of beauty.
And there it is right there. He has done that a bunch in the last 3 ball games.
That's his first field goal of the game. He now has 7 points. Well, Gary St. Jean yelling and screaming to get his team to run the plays. Michael Smith now. Abdelnaby over the back. You hear the bass voice of Anthony Avent saying, good call. Don't forget the December issue of Florida Sports Fan magazine features the Gators and Seminoles football rivalry, a close-up interview with Horace Grant, and a rundown of who's hot and who's not in the NBA. Call 1-800-889-1993 for a free issue of Florida Sports Fan magazine. Another sloppy play there. The Magic now 7 turnovers in the game.
Well, a bad, tough angle on that pass. Hardaway had to step out a little bit further in the floor to get that pass, and he just could not get the angle on that one to Brian Shaw.
Hurley cuts and drives. Ball deflected out of bounds. Pat Williams made the catch.
And Pat Williams takes the bow. Pat has a new book out. He has a joke book. Pat Williams' famous one-liners and jokes. You need to look for that. It's very good. I have a copy of it. I've had an opportunity to read a lot of the jokes. I even used some of his jokes and got a laugh or two. Not many, but a couple of laughs.
What it cost you? He didn't give you a discount.
He told me Hardaway on the foul. He told me if I would give him a mention on the air about his new book, I wouldn't even have to pay him for it.
The foul number 1, Penny Hardaway.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
First team foul.
Shaq and Nick back in. Penny will go out. And let's see who else will retire here for the Magic at 10:03 of the period. Saw an old face today as Trevor Wilson missed the free throw. It's up at Fields BMW up in Longwood today, and guess who walked in? Sidney Green.
Sid
from year 1. Old Sid's looking great. He's going to be at the game Friday night. Wants to be remembered to all his fans down here in Orlando. And another very familiar face stopped in as well up there. Brad Daugherty, the Cavaliers, who lives up in Ormond Beach. Grant was walking around well, but he's struggling a little bit. He may have to undergo back surgery and maybe lost for the year for the Cavaliers. Well, that's a huge loss. Brian Shaw unloads downtown. It would not go. Look at Horace Grant Sky for the rebound. And he beats O'Neal.
Big time rebound, Horace Grant.
Oh. 6 boards for Horace, 19 points for O'Neal. Magic by 4. Hurley looks the defense away and hits. Well, you can't help but root for Bobby Hurley.
Yeah, you're right.
Even before the accident, you had to root for this kid. Nick Anderson shakes, bakes, and takes.
Wow, this is a big basket for Nick. That was a big trip down. He hadn't scored a point.
Down to Abdelnaby. Thought they couldn't run.
Well, this unit on the floor is higher energy. So they will try to get out on the break a little bit more often.
Shaq stepped through, missed the jump shot. Abdelnaby rebounds. Shaq leaves a skid spot on the floor. Michael Smith, he missed the dunk, a little too much mustard. And now the foul on the Kings.
Well, it wasn't for a lack of effort and a lack of get-ups, because he got up off the floor. He didn't get up high enough, but just tried to dress it up a little bit too much.
I can relate to the not getting high enough off the floor.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Gravitational field is a little stronger in my neck of the woods. 8:44 left in our first half. Come on, AB.
Well, there's Shaquille out again. Didn't get that one. Not enough on that pass.
Here's Hurley. Whips it to Abdelnaby again with the left hand. Boy, he's played well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job getting out on the break, this unit on the floor for Sacramento.
6 for Abdelnaby. 2-point Magic lead here. Nick not quite feeling it from the outside in this game yet. O'Neal hammer, yes.
Well, that's a nice pass. Nice job, Nick Anderson. That pass in the perfect position. And Abdelnaby gets it across the arm, so Shaquille has a chance to add to his total. He has 20 right now. 21, actually.
And if you just joined us, Shaq scored the first 13 points of the game. Grant thought he was pushed off, fighting for the rebound. Well, he is just relentless, Sidney. 37-33, Magic have the lead. Here's Brown, toe on the stripe, missed it anyway. Grant rips down his 8th rebound, has yet to score. Nick spinning in traffic, goes to the bank.
Yeah, good time, Nick, to pick it up. This is a great time for Nick to take over the ball game. These 2 minutes or so, Nick has stepped up, has given the Magic the lift that they've needed.
And that forces Gary St. Jean to burn a timeout here. Magic have opened up a 6-point lead. We'll be back right after this.
How can something non-alcoholic taste this good, huh?
Funny you should ask, Jim. Unlike some other NAs, Old Milwaukee starts with fully fermented beer and uses this Centrotherm with its unique rotating evaporator system to carefully remove the alcohol.
So, full-bodied beer flavors never compromised?
Exactly. That's the beauty of the Centrotherm.
For a non-alcoholic brew that tastes like beer, it doesn't get any better than this.
Who said that?
It still bugs me that I waited to try Old Spice High Endurance just because I thought all deodorants worked the same. Dumb. This proves it's the best. Better than the leading stick. It evaporates less quickly. It also lasts longer. Protects better. You can't ignore that. Or this guarantee. Try it. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of yours. You gotta figure anyone that serious about deodorant deserves a serious shot. Come on, take the High Endurance Challenge from Old Spice. I did.
The best things in life are free. Wildflowers, sunshine, gentle breezes, and 27-inch TVs. Come into Sound Advice right now, and you won't pay anything for 6 months. No payments, no interest, no money down. Not just on TVs, but VCRs, stereos, computers, even cellular phones. And it's all on sale. We give Sound Advice.
39-33, the strains of REM here at the O Arena, delighting the sellout crowd. 7:21 to play in our second quarter. Boy, this is one man-sized rebound and a heck of a pass, too.
Yeah, Horace Grant just goes up and gets it. That's the real important thing about Grant. He will go get the rebound. It doesn't have to come his direction for him to get it. Never really had a guy that was able to do that. Here's Nick Anderson stepping up when the Magic need a little lift.
Nick now with 4 points, was held scoreless, as was Shaw, as was Grant in the first quarter for the good guys here. The Magic playing without Donna Royal, still sore from that collision last time we met at home when the Houston Rockets were in town. Look at that rebound by Michael Smith. That's what they love about him. He came down with it again. And will they call the goaltender, or was the foul on the floor?
Foul happened on the floor. And that's 3 on Grant.
His third and second team foul.
So the wheel's really spinning here.
That guy will go get a rebound. And I'm talking Michael Smith right here, and not Horace Grant, who is going to have to leave the game. Well, Smith went up with the big guys, Shaq and Grant, and came down with it.
Grant, the 8th pick in the draft. Honorable mention All-Star his junior year at Xavier. His nickname is the General.
Well,
Michael Smith.
And Michael Smith hits that shot. Brian Grant's nickname is the General for this Sacramento team. He's the other bookend rebounder that they drafted in the draft this year. Boy, you can't say enough about the big bodies and the job Jeff Petrie and company did with the Sacramento team draft-wise. Nick passed up the shot, fed Avent, who fired it up weakly. Ball on the floor. Sacramento's all over it. Here comes the Kings. Brown whips to Hurley. He's bumped, and AB got it. Smith slow to get up, but he's all right.
Number 14, Anthony Bowie.
Well, you know, as I look at Hurley, I guess I just hadn't seen him play enough. I'm just surprised that he's as little as he is. I mean, he just looks... I mean, he just looks like a little baby out there.
Well, you look like you put a family of 4 inside those shorts.
Yeah,
man.
you're right.
They're like knickers.
I mean, he's listed at 6 foot tall, and I guess he is. Maybe he is, but he doesn't look it. I mean, you might feel differently, but from here,
he looks tiny. He's only 165 pounds, soaking wet.
Sacramento substitution number 2, Mitch Richmond.
But, you know, it's the old cliche. It's
Trevor Wilson.
not the size of the guy, but the size of the fight inside the guy. This kid's got a lot of
it. He's big there. Boy, he's huge.
Of course, December 12th of last year, the tragic auto accident in Sacramento after the game nearly cost Hurley his life. It's just a medical miracle to not only be playing basketball, but just to be playing the game of life. Anthony Bowie, no. O'Neal, yes. They didn't wave it off. Shaq came down funny, but he's all right. 23 for him.
Well, I think he got pushed from behind, or he wanted to try to make the officials think he did.
Randy Brown hangs, and an offensive foul.
Well, Shaquille has been all over the floor. I mean, he has been all over the place here in this ball game. 23 points. He's been able to play practically foul-free. He has just 1 personal foul.
And only 23 points.
5 rebounds.
Ho-hum for the big fella. It's amazing. And it's Spud Webb back for Sacramento. Offensive foul on Avent.
Offensive foul number 0.
That goes as a turnover. The 9th of the game already for the Magic. If the Knicks coming into town, if the Magic play this way, they're going to get run out of the building.
Well, I think you see a different team in the Magic from the start of that game. I just think they might not have been totally ready to play here to start this ball game.
Richmond now against Hardaway. Avent guards Smith. Richmond turns corner. Look at that shot. Wouldn't go. Anthony the rebound. 5:45 left till halftime. Magic by only 4. Now Richmond against Brian Shaw. Shaq down low, guarded by Polynice and Smith. Pass whipped over to Nick. He can tie a team record. Yes, he does.
Well, give Nick a lot of credit. You know he's thinking about keeping that string alive, but you have to like the way the guy just stayed within his game, didn't force the shot, and just waited for it to come.
7 points for Nick. 12 straight games with a 3-point bucket. That equals the record held by Dennis Scott. Hard drive, rejected Avent. He came through. Here comes Penny in the front court. He'll lob to O'Neal.
Oh. Nice unselfish play, Penny Hardaway. he had to pass to the basket free and saw Shaq coming.
Gary St. Jean wanted a goaltend, didn't get it. Magic got the hoop, and they now lead it by 9. Very quickly, they've blown it open here. Richmond on the baseline, knocked away Avent and out of bounds. Anthony Avent's defense has been a very, very big part of this run.
And I think that's a real important point that we need to make here is the play of Anthony Avent as of late. He has been very effective in limited minutes, really. He hadn't played as much as I'm sure he would like to. But, man, he has just been doing the job.
Penny steals the inbound pass. Here's Brian Shaw. Anderson's going to try again. Good again. Timeout, Sacramento. And finally, the big crowd has something to roar about. Very quickly, the game now a dozen. 49-37, Magic have the lead.
Well, this is another one of those little runs that the Magic are becoming so famous for. They are able to put together these little spurts that seem to take teams out of everything they want to do. You think back early in this ball game, and Sacramento was using as much of the clock as possible. The Magic up around the rim, but they're playing hard. And here's Penny Hardaway with the pass back to Shaquille. As I say, that's an unselfish play. That makes the big fella run the floor, keeps him alive, keeps him active, even though he's played a lot of minutes, Shaquille, and has been very effective. And there's Nick Anderson with the three-point shot, which just kind of knocks the Kings down a little bit more here.
4:34 to go. 49-37 our score. And a whistle now.
Illegal defense.
Illegal defense. That's a warning on Shaquille.
Warning Orlando. The next is a technical foul. Sacramento substitution number 33. Ryan Grant replacing Michael Smith.
Grant replaces Smith now. Brian Grant called the general. You know why?
Nope, but you can tell us.
Former President U.S. Grant was from his hometown of Georgetown, Ohio. Lived there for 7 years, from 1832 to 1839. I bet you didn't know that.
Nope. That's why I have you with me, to keep me up on that.
I bet you didn't care either. 4:17 left. Spud Webb, Mitch Richmond for three, wouldn't go. Rebound, Grant, who just checked into the game. Boy, he is.
Yeah, they're very good. And you know, you don't see Grant and Smith play together all that much.
Hardaway harasses Richmond. Now they switch it out. Grant doesn't get the stuff. The Shaw fouled him just enough to make him miss.
And I just point that out, talking about Michael Smith and Brian Grant. A couple of real lively bodies, a couple of guys that can give a whole lot, but you're talking about two rookies who are still trying to learn the game. And I think Gary St. Jean will use that lineup, those two guys on the floor more as the season goes on.
Well, those two guys combined this year are averaging between them 20 points and almost 11 rebounds for rookies. With the injury to Dwayne Coswell, who may not play tonight, he's got knee problems, or ankle problems, pardon me. They've moved Polynice at times to the power forward spot with Coswell in the lineup. When he's not there, he has to play center, and you play these two kids back in one or the other up.
Yeah, the other part of that is you look at Brian Grant's minutes per game, and he's right at 19, and then you look at Michael Smith's minutes, and he's at 24.
So it's pretty close.
So they're playing very well.
49-38, Hardaway, yes, on the base.
Well, that's something you won't see happen very much to Mitch Richmond. He is a very sound defensive player, but Penny gave him a fake to the inside, got him leaning, and he just couldn't get his feet back. And you see Penny going to the basket there. There's the foul. A lot of body contact. Good body control by Hardaway.
Penny keeps on knocking down those free throws at 84%. Now he's in double digits. Talk about the job of Mitch Richmond, opposing two guards this year, averaging only 15 points and 45% when they are guarded by Mitch Richmond. And you talk about the Marleys, the Drexlers, the Gills, Jimmy Jackson, the second leading scorer in the league.
Third penalty situation in effect.
Now Brian Shaw, his third foul at 3:42 to play.
Well, do you call Dennis Scott here and give him about three minutes, the final 3:42? I think Brian would probably be considering that right now. Anthony Bowie has played so well, so he goes the other way. He doesn't get Dennis, and Dennis smiles about it. I think he knew what Brian was thinking there.
Replacing Brian Shaw.
So Shaw departs, 3:42. Webb knocks them both down. Former slam dunk champion. Dallas won that award when the All-Star game was held in the Lone Star State a few years back. Shaq draws a crowd as always. A lot of contact.
Yep, I think everybody heard it.
Shaq wants the ball. He was all alone. Nobody saw him though. Nick again for three. Hits again. 3 in a row.
Oh man. Oh, he's knocking that shot down with such consistency.
Spud. Polynice. Yes. Polynice.
Nick Anderson coming into this ball game 15 for 33 from behind the three-point line.
Nick couldn't stop Richmond. He tried though. And the lead 11.
Nick shooting that well over the last 4 ball games.
Well, that to me is the facet of Nick's game that has been most improved. Nick Anderson shooting 49% from the floor with all the three-point shots he takes. Score the bucket. O'Neal gets 2 more and a foul.
Boy. Man, they cannot do anything with the big fella here to this point in this game.
The foul goes to Grant, his 3rd. More Magic after this from the Olive Garden.
1,000 layers may be a slight exaggeration, but not by much. The Olive Garden presents the Mille Strati. Layer after layer. More of the delicious, good, fresh foods you love. It all stacks up to our special lasagna you simply can't get anywhere else. The sensational new Mille Strati, only at the Olive Garden Italian restaurant.
Oops, excuse me, pardon me. Oops, coming through. Oops, out of my way. Alley, oops, NBA Live 95, EA Sports.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
The last big fight of the year. 4 championship fights. Judgment Day in Monterey. Saturday, December 10th, live on pay-per-view.
Chip and the Goose back here at the Orlando Arena. A huge second quarter for the good guys. They now lead by 13 here with 2:41 to play in our second quarter. And our Magic basketball game tonight, as always, brought to you by Scotty's, the home improvement team dedicated to your satisfaction.
Well, Shaquille has been everywhere. 27 points already in this ball game. And he has been out on the break. Here's a chance right here for the Magic in the open floor. And once again, Penny Hardaway with the unselfish play. And Polynice sees Shaq coming and says, I'm going the other way, guys.
It's been all Magic here in this period. They led just 25-23 at the end of 1. So they've outscored the Kings 35-21. No, that's not right. 32-21. Excuse me. I went to Georgia. Excuse that.
Takes a little time.
Yeah,
little
it does.
time.
Get up. Got to take the socks and shoes off. Use all the digits. 2:41 to go here until halftime. The New York Knicks are in town Friday night. Shaquille tonight is 3 out of 6 at the stripe. Nothing but net there. 28 first half points. This might be one of those special nights for the big fella. His career high is 53, just in case you wondered, and 46 is his season high. Avent guards Grant.
Well, Sacramento looked a little bit.
Oh, Spud Webb, a beauty.
I was going to say Sacramento looked a little bit out of sync on that particular play. Does Penny get the foul? I think he does.
He does. So Hardaway is second foul. Don't forget the Magic encourages all Orange and Seminole County middle school students to participate in the Stay in School program at their school. And our congratulations go out to Maitland Middle School. They're the winners of a mini jam featuring Magic coaches and players for having the best attendance in the month of October. Kids, keep up the outstanding work.
Well, we've been making the rounds with the middle schools. We were out at Ocoee Middle School just a couple days ago. Got to spend some time with the young people there. Had a good time.
Great program. We're all very excited to be a part of it. Nick Anderson off the deflection now. Runs out of real estate. Avent on the baseline. Little jumper by Anthony. And a rebound to Sacramento. We're under 2 minutes to play. Mitch Richmond sets and fires the three. Oh.
Doesn't need much room. Doesn't need much space.
14 for Mitch, who is something to defend like his name sounds. 1:43 to play until halftime. Penny draws the contact.
That might be the only way to stop him there. He picks up personal foul. That's his second.
In second penalty situation.
Boy, he's so good. They got him, did Sacramento, in a trade in 1991 for Billy Owens. Boy, he's a prime-time scorer. I mean, he can really fill it up. If he were playing anywhere else, he might be a first-team All-Star.
Yeah, you're right.
Each and every year. But with the way the Kings are playing, that recognition and notoriety is going to come. I know that doesn't help him much right now.
Well, yeah, I think I voted him on the first team last year. I mean, he was the #1 leading scorer at the 2-guard position. But he didn't make the first team.
When you think about guys that can fill it up like he can, Reggie Miller, Mitch Richmond, those are the two that immediately come to mind for me. 1:24 left. Look at that. Didn't go this time. Polynice knocked it out of bounds. It'll go to Sacramento. Polynice got 2 hands on that ball.
Polynice knocked it out, Bob.
Yeah, looked like it went off Polynice. Great for the Sacramento Kings, and they go to Richmond, do not get it.
That one's out of bounds, and it'll go to who? This one goes to the Magic. 1:13 to go until halftime. Here's what's up at halftime. Sam Benson, who's starting a new public basketball league, will be by to chat with Paul Kennedy. Gatorade scores and stats and highlights. Boy, the old timers keep showing up in bunches, don't they?
Yeah, that's going to be a fun league. It's not going to be games played. It's going to be competitions.
Nick again, 4 in a row.
It'll be fun to hear about that new league.
You know what else, Jack? It's just in passing. Isn't it about time to have a first-year reunion? 5 years or so from the first year the Magic were in existence. Wouldn't it be fun to see Dave Corzine and Michael Ansley, Terry Catledge, all those guys if they're around? Mitch Richmond knocks one down. That'd be a great idea. Have a reunion night or something like that.
Maybe we can do it at your house?
Well, Lord knows we have the room. 33 seconds left. Avent stripped by Webb. Hardaway saves baseline, and Shaquille is hit.
Well, good job, Penny Hardaway, getting down there for the loose ball. The only player down there was Penny Hardaway, and you see what happens. He comes up with it, gets a couple free throws for Shaquille.
Henry Turner out of Cal State Fullerton makes the mistake. This is his second go-round with the Kings. He played in the 88-89 campaign with them. Has also spent time in Greece and the CBA.
Well, Turner's a very good defensive player. You won't give him a lot of offense, but you can put him on the floor to bang up with people just a little bit. He has pretty good quickness at his size.
Avent an offensive rebound. Well, it's funny. Coaches love those defensive-minded players, don't they?
There's still a place for you, definitely.
Magic all but 6 seconds now. Shaq draws the crowd. Penny had Avent wide open. He screams for the ball. Now gives it back. Not this time. Grant the rebound. Stolen Nick. He's got time to shoot. Threads the needle of beauty.
Nice. Great defense. Well, you win with defense.
4.8 left. Turner will take it to the hole and will miss. And that's how the first half ends. What a quarter for the Magic. The Magic put 41 points on the board here in the second quarter. They lead Sacramento 66-52 at the end of 2 quarters of play. Stay tuned. Jack and I will have more Paul Kennedy, our halftime festivities, next right here on Sunshine Network.
How can something non-alcoholic taste this good?
Interesting question, Carl.
Some brewers arrest the brewing process before fermentation is complete.
But isn't fermentation the very thing that creates rich, full-bodied flavor?
Precisely. That's why Old Milwaukee uses this centrotherm, which spins out the alcohol from the beer.
With minimal disturbance to taste.
For a non-alcoholic brew that tastes like beer, it doesn't get any better than this.
Centrifugal force. Amazing.
New cars and trucks are always in the news. And this year, some really incredible things have been happening. The news is out on Toyota, and the newest trucks are here. With incentives, options, and cash back, you can save over $3,000 when you buy a Toyota truck and get air conditioning, AM/FM cassette, power steering, and more. This year is looking very good for Toyota and very good for you.
He's an ex-cop.
Blinking black will be the last thing you see.
She's an ex-thief.
Man, he's throwing a get-out-of-jail-free card with this outfit.
Together,
I told you, he'll be right down.
they're about to put the competition out to shame.
You sing James Brown songs, dogs will not attack.
Keenan Ivory Wayans. A low-down, dirty shame.
Keep your day job.
Rated R. Now playing.
It's a magic brew. New York's thirsty for a road win. But Jack's serving up Big Apple cider. Mix and Magic, Friday at 8, live on Sunshine.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes. Be a teacher. Be a hero. Call 1-800-45-TEACH.
Billions of years ago, the only place to get a nice gift was the airport. A good meal? The airport. Rent a wheel? The airport. That's why Thrifty Car Rental opened in your neighborhood.
Today in Orlando, you can rent the luxurious Dodge Intrepid for only $29.95 per day when you mention Rate Plan SN.
And if you're at the airport, we're in that neighborhood too. Your neighborhood Thrifty Car Rental, historically known for low rates.
Shop to win in the Discover Card Big Payback. That's what Vincent and Marge Honer did. They just won 50 grand in our weekly bonus prize drawing. You could be a winner too. Every time you use your card, you're automatically entered in the Big Payback. So keep shopping, because we'll be dropping more $50,000 bonus prizes before the ultimate $1 million grand prize. It pays to Discover. The card with the Big Payback.
You take it. No, you take it. You take it. No, you take it. Lightning quick passes. NBA Live 95. EA Sports.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
NBA Orlando Magic basketball. We are at the half, and tonight in Orlando, the big guy, Shaquille O'Neal, erupting for 29 in the first half alone. The Magic with 41 in the second quarter and lead the visiting Sacramento Kings. With us now, a member of the original Orlando Magic, and currently the CEO of the World Basketball League. Look who it is. It is Sam Vincent. Sam, it's great to have you, and good to have you back here in the house.
Thank you, Paul. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm enjoying it.
Talk about what you're doing now. The World Public League that you are starting, as I understand it, to find the best amateur shooter in the game and in the state of Florida.
We're looking for the best shooter in the state of Florida, but eventually we're looking for the best shooter in the world. We're starting in Florida, but we're going all over.
When you say we, you had a press conference the other day and you welcomed 13 illustrious stars, former NBA players, to your program. They're going to help you do this, are they not, throughout the U.S. and the world?
Well, I've talked to at least maybe 30 NBA players who are all going to be involved. What we're trying to do is take this and put it in guys' state where they played. So I've talked to Alex English for South Carolina, Jerry Sichting, Larry Bird for Indiana. I've talked to Dennis Johnson for Massachusetts. I'm trying to get guys to come in and say, hey, our state is the best shooters, and we're going to put together a team, and we're going to compete against the other states, and we're going to see who has the best shooter in the world.
Okay, you're going to do this in January at 100 locations throughout the state of Florida. It's called Bam Ball, and it's spot shooting.
Well, what we've done is we've took the Pepsi Hot Shot game, and we've revised it, and we've made it an adult time shooting game. We're calling it Bam Ball. And in this first year, we're trying to develop a rivalry between the Miami Heat fans and the Orlando Magic fans. It's the World Public League, and we're going to see whose fans are the best shooters.
Sam, we have a phone number for our viewers this evening if they would like more information about what you are doing in the World Public League and how they can get involved. There it is.
That number is going to be able to give you all the general information. When we get to your specific area, we'll have that published. We'll be in Tallahassee, Gainesville, Miami. We'll be pretty much all over the state of Florida. So when we get to your area, we'll have something published on how you can get involved.
Sam, hard to believe it's been 6 seasons, but it's great seeing you again. Welcome back to the parquet court.
Well, I tell you, we had Dave Cuisine, Sid Green, Reggie. We almost had the old starting team. So some of the guys joked about coming out and maybe scrimmaging these guys, and we quickly dropped that.
No, we're going to have an alumni team here pretty shortly. Sam Vincent with us now. The World Public League taking off.
It's always exciting to be inside the Orlando Arena, and tonight no exception. A big crowd on hand has watched the Magic score their second biggest points quarter this year. Orlando tallies 41 in the second period and now leads Sacramento 66-52. A lot of highlights. Let's get right to them, Jack. They're brought to you by Old Spice. Cool, crisp, and clean. It puts the wind in your sails.
Well, for most of the game, Chip, it was the Shaquille O'Neal show. And you'll see him right here go get this rebound, and then he'll throw it back through. Boy, he had 13 points before anyone else for the Magic scored. So Shaq with a record there, the first 13 points of the ball game for the Magic. Mitch Richmond is so tough. I mean, the guy is a handful of the guard. Watch Nick Anderson here play him about as well as you can play him, I guess. And still he knocks this shot down, has to shoot it way high out of your screen there, and it comes back down right through. But then the Magic got it going. They started running up and down the floor. Penny Hardaway with the nice defense here. They'll get the ball, and then they'll get out on the fast break. He gets it to Shaquille for yet another 2 points. Shaq with 29 in the first half. And then the guy who stepped up, I thought, and really took over the game for the last 4 minutes or so of that first half, Nick Anderson, and he was doing it from about everywhere. He gets a couple here after coming up with the steal and gets the pass down to Anthony Bowie for the easy lay-in.
Time now, Jack, for our halftime stats report. It's brought to you by Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, where holiday memories are made. Don't miss the Magic Kingdom's most exciting holiday celebration and see it snow on Main Street, USA.
Well, the Magic shoot 59%, as you see right there on your screen. They finally start controlling the board a little bit better, and after turning the ball over 9 times with about 6.5 or 7 minutes to go in the second period, they turned it over just 1 time, and they took advantage of the ball, got some fast break baskets, and built the lead a little bit.
Yeah, and those fast break opportunities helped the Magic shoot 68% in the second quarter of play, and then now lead 66-52 as Sacramento starts with the ball here in the third quarter. Jack Givens, Chip Carey, Paul Kennedy, Tom Hastings, Jeff DeMoss, the rest of the gang here with you on Sunshine Network from the beautiful Orlando Arena. Wish you were here. Shaq couldn't corral the rebound, but Nick Anderson does. New York in town Friday night, then we're off to Atlanta for a game Saturday in the Omni. Boy, the Hawks are a different looking team too. Starting 5 for the Magic: Hardaway, Grant, O'Neal, Shaw, and Anderson. Horace couldn't come up. Spud Webb for the Sacramento team. He's got Grant, Polynice, Williams, and Richmond with him.
Horace Grant didn't score in the first half, neither did Brian Shaw.
Richmond up top, air ball. Shaq had it stripped away by Spud Webb, and he had to foul to do it.
Foul number 4, Spud Webb.
Spud Webb the foul.
His first
Bob Delaney, fine official for the game tonight, wants to say hi and get well soon to a big Magic fan, 8-year-old Mickey Ruffino, watching the game tonight. So Mickey, we hope you feel better soon, and your buddy Bob sends along his best wishes here tonight. Shaq steps through, throws that up and in. That's amazing. 31.
Well, he wanted to foul, felt the contact and just let it go, and it's that kind of night for Shaquille. 31 now.
13 out of 17, only 1 turnover for the big guy as well. Hardaway against Williams. That was a matchup that really went Sacramento's way early in the game. Now Richmond, you hear Penny's telling Shaq to get that stuff. Polynice stripped. Grant now works. Left hand hook, shot short. Rebound, tap out. Grant to Anderson. Now Penny Hardaway right wing. Steps through, up and under and in.
They're very good when they're able to get the ball in the open floor. Very good.
.10-11 to play. It goes against the
Foul number 2, Mitch Richmond.
Excuse me, against Mitch Richmond.
Yeah, his third.
His third and second team foul.
So he will have to be careful here. Horace Grant also has 3 personal fouls. And you see the leading scorers right now in this ball game. Shaq with 31 and Mitch Richmond has 16. Grant has 8 rebounds, so he has been effective. He has done his job for the Magic.
Hardaway inside, would not go.
And there is Grant's for 2, and he holds up his fingers as he runs back down the floor.
And Penny's hurt now.
Turned his ankle, it looks like. Penny should be okay.
He's hobbling over to the bench. Lenny Courier will meet him there, and the Magic maybe will take a timeout. Polynice hurt too.
Sacramento timeout, I think, on that play, as this lead is up to 20 now.
So Sacramento takes a break, down 20. The following message brought to you by the Orlando Marriott Downtown.
It's in our smile. It's in our taste. It's in our large groups and in smaller ones. And now it's in our name. Presenting the Orlando Marriott Downtown. 290 spacious rooms and suites. Livingston's Restaurant and Spectator Sports Bar. 14,000 square feet for business and pleasure. Orlando Marriott Downtown. Our name says it all. Call now for reservations and information.
The world of Makita design. Innovative. Always a leader. Makita. It's all the power you need.
What could make Christmas in Florida even more magical? Snow! Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, featuring the first snow on Main Street. The best Christmas.
But as he splits the defense right here, he comes across, and watch right now. He bangs knees with one of the Kings players, and I couldn't really tell which one it was back there. Might be Polynice, yeah.
He's coming up a little.
And Polynice is hurting also, so both of those players hurting from that play. Polynice out of the game as well.
So a little ice for Mr. Hardaway. 9:38 to go. 20-point Magic game. 72-52 your score. Down low to Williams against Shaw. There's a mismatch. He tried to hand it off in traffic. Not a good play.
Well, no, he needs to shoot that one, boy. That's Shaquille-itis, I think.
Now Anderson coughs it up. Spud Webb. Now he'll shoot from outside and hit.
3 for Walt Williams.
The Wizard, Walt Williams.
You know, the Magic really have to make sure that they keep themselves focused and don't let Sacramento get back in this ball game. You know, Sacramento is looking for opportunities to win games.
Shaq steps through. He's bumped. Abdelnaby was there. Spud Webb was there, and it'll go against Ala Abdelnaby.
And when you have an opportunistic team like this young Sacramento team is, you just have to make sure you keep them down if you get them down. They haven't been down very much this year.
Yeah, they've beaten some quality opponents. Seattle, they've beaten Phoenix, Cleveland, Denver. They beat them in overtime. It works to perfection. 33 for O'Neal. I mean, it's amazing. After a while, you just come to expect a 35, 40-point performance every night from the guy.
Yep, and when he gets his 22, 25 points, you think he's had a bad game, kind of like the way it was with Michael Jordan, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you keep the guy to 25, you've done a good job against him.
5 to shoot now for Spud. He tries to turn on Shaw. Great defense there. Now 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Richmond did not get it off. Did not get it off.
Fraction. A fraction of a second. late.
Well, Chris Tomaso wants to welcome to Florida two big Magic fans. His grandmothers, Nana G and Nana Dell, both visiting from Rhode Island here in Central Florida. Hope they're enjoying the game tonight. We send along our best wishes to them and to Chris. Under 8 minutes to play. Anderson runs the curl in the paint, and on the pass off draws the foul. Abdelnaby again.
Boy. They're looking at Ala right now. Every time he's around the play, they're holding up 3-0. He has 4 personal fouls now.
Anderson against the Wizard. That was his nickname in college in Maryland. Beat
Make
Shaw.
one, Brian. Yes.
Jack, you went through shooting slumps, obviously a lot of them, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here.
I stayed in a shooting slump.
How do you get out of it? Besides keeping on shooting?
Yeah, you just have to keep shooting. That's one thing about guys who like to shoot. It doesn't matter if you're in a slump or not. If the shot presents itself, you're going to take it.
Oh, there's the big body of Grant against Horace Grant.
Brian Grant.
7. Sorry.
I like you too, Parker.
I just had to do that. Horace Grant. Abdelnaby, a nice rebound inside. They missed Dwayne Coswell. There's no doubt about that. Coswell, a good shot blocker, young player. And there's Richmond outside. He has 18. Coswell out with an ankle problem. 9th in the league in blocks, not playing here tonight.
Yeah,
missed
and
a lot of time last year.
He's been blocking a bunch of shots in the last few ball games and scoring better. That's an offensive foul on Brian Shaw.
Offensive foul number 20, Brian Shaw.
4 fouls on Shaw now.
His 4th, no team foul.
At 6:45, another turnover. 12 of them now for the Magic. 17 Sacramento points.
And now you don't have Penny Hardaway to bring back in here, so Brian might have to mix it up a little bit, whether he wanted to or not.
Diagnosis on Hardaway, a bruised
offensive
left.
foul. Hold up 3-0. Hold up 3-0, and you can feel pretty assured that you're holding up the right numbers. Ala picks up number 3 on, number 5 on that one.
And the 3rd in a row. Then the word on Hardaway, bruised left shin. He is expected to return. He's been taken back for a precautionary look by the medical staff. Shaq jump hook off the window. A lot of folks complain, Jack, he doesn't have a pet go-to move. I think we're starting to see him develop that particular shot more and more.
Well, he is. What makes him so tough, though, is he's also shooting the little fall away. He's also, he's really mixing it up.
O'Neal and Grant converge on Richmond. It's out of bounds to the Kings, and now Brooks Thompson will check in. So first extended playing time for the rookie out of Oklahoma State.
Replacing Brian Shaw.
Here's the defense down
Well,
low.
Shaq comes over in a good double, triple team that time.
Ala says, I better shoot before they foul me out of this game.
I better go out and get a couple points here, man. I'm going to be gone soon.
8 points for Ala Abdelnaby. He's out of Duke, as you know, under 6 minutes. Shaq against Grant. Little jump shot. Not this time. Sacramento down big, 79-61 here. Grant, oh, what an athletic move there.
Yeah, great hands. Great hands.
Brian Grant.
9 for Grant. Here's Brooks Thompson now against Spud Webb. Oh, Horace set a mean screen there. Got a big chunk of Spud. Anderson down low. AB, toe on the stripe. O'Neal gets the rebound right to the hole.
Well, Sacramento, you work hard and force them to miss the shot, and then the Magic have been getting the offensive board. So they're giving up a lot of stuff here tonight that they just simply have not given up to a lot of teams this year.
Spud against Thompson, who fights to get over the screen. O'Neal couldn't get the rebound. Nice move inside. Is that Mitch Richmond? Yes, it is. Boy, he has a nose for the ball, doesn't he?
Well, what you've seen a couple times in this ball game, more so probably than any other game that I can remember, is Shaquille O'Neal and Horace Grant fighting for rebounds. They're both there, and they're both trying to come up with them. And a couple times here in this ball game, maybe even 3 times, they have gotten in each other's way, and the other team, the Kings, have come up with the rebound.
Penny Hardaway draws some cheers as he comes back to the Magic bench. Richmond now with 19 in the game.
Well, they put a sleeve on that shin to try to keep it heated up.
We'll have a bump and a bruise on that thing in a couple hours, I guarantee you. 81-65.
Back at the table. Now let's see if Brooks gets him a shot here.
Kick violation. And Brooks is spelled by Hardaway.
Brooks didn't get to get him a shot, but he did a decent job. Didn't hurt the team any.
Well, we'll tell him after the game, Brooks, way to not hurt your percentage. Well, he's, you know, it's got to be tough too, Jack, for a good player to come to a really good team because minutes are few and far between. Shaq outs there, throws that thing off the iron.
Yeah, Brooks Thompson is struggling with the fact that he's not getting any minutes. He said just the other night on the plane after the game in Milwaukee, he says, man, this is tough. He says, I've never been in a situation where I've been a substitute number one, but I've never been where I've not played in a game. And it is tough for a rookie coming into this league to understand that there are a bunch of other people that can play the game a little bit, you know. And it's a lesson that he's having to learn right now. But, you know, he's just waiting. He wants his number to be called one of these days. He's working hard in practice every day, and he'll get some time, and he'll respond when its time comes.
And the other thing, too, and I'm not saying that Brooks Thompson will be one of these guys, but expansion is coming. There are going to be 24 jobs opening up at the end of this season.
Right.
So whether it's here or somewhere else, Brooks Thompson will probably have a chance to play all the minutes he wants in the not too distant future. Spud Webb in amongst the tall trees. The rebound grabbed and laid in by Michael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Oh, Smith is great around the boards.
Yeah, he
what
is.
a rebounder.
I like this Kings team. I think they're going to be much improved when Burkowski and Lionel Simmons get healthy. Don't forget to join us again Friday night. This one will be fun. Note the start time. An 8 o'clock tip-off. Pregame 7:30 when the Knicks come to town. Magic lost to New York by just a couple of points on Patrick Ewing's clutch, gutty, fall-away jump shot as time expired up at Madison Square Garden. So look for a heated rematch here at the arena on Friday night. Avent checks in for Shaq here.
So Horace now will play the center position.
Magic play pick and roll, 4 to shoot for Penny. No ill effects on that drive. 83-67 your score. Bobby Hurley in for the Kings off of Walt Williams. Pass in. Pretty good spot. And the Wizard was bewitched on that particular play. Oh, there's Penny.
Man, how easy was that? Boy. Man, that's a nice play right there. The Magic just cleared it out for Hardaway and allowed him to work one-on-one. Recognizing Williams' trouble.
AB with a swat, the foul on Smith.
Well, AB wanted to, he wanted it. He was out there and Penny just couldn't get him the ball before the foul was committed.
Kings over the limit. Magic with only one team foul. Look at this.
Well, watch how easy this is. Williams goes the other way and no one there for the help.
Penny Hardaway at the line, shooting 2.
So Hardaway at the stripe, perfect at the free throw line tonight. He is 8 for 8. See, that broadcaster's jinx doesn't work. It's all in your minds, fans.
It's only when the players listen.
That's right.
Oh! Now Avent with the tip.
That worked out better. 8-point play.
Avent.
88-67 your score. Avent deflects it out of bounds. If he just plays this way.
And he has been. I mean, he really has been playing well.
12 seconds to shoot.
3:01 to play, 12 to shoot.
I think this guy benefiting as much or maybe more than anyone else on the team having Horace Grant around, because you have a prime example there to watch.
Brown to Smith, 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. He'll spin in traffic, packed by AB and a jump ball. Timeout Magic, 2:50 left. More terrific defense shown by the Magic. Anthony Bowie sticks his nose in there and forces the jump ball. We're going to break. 88-67.
Charlie and I were making real good time till we got cut off. We were just stuck there. Well, times like that, I'm glad I got Great Western direct deposit. Nothing can hold up my paycheck. It goes into my account automatically. And I can call the bank to confirm it anytime I want. Check it out. You never know when you're going to get caught in traffic. Talk to Great Western Bank about direct deposit or ask your employer.
Epcot introduces Holidays Around the World, a joyous new tradition, an 11-nation celebration with 30,000 sparkling lights of winter, a spectacular all-new holiday illuminations, and Disney's Candlelight Processional, 500 voices and the brilliance of candlelight, in a beloved Disney tradition now open to the public for the very first time. Don't miss Holidays Around the World, only at Epcot through December 30th. For information, call WDW News.
Oops, excuse me, pardon me. Oops, coming through. Oops, out of my way. Alley, oops, NBA Live 95, EA Sports.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
88-67 your score. There's the time left. A beautiful look at the Orlando Arena. Our game tonight brought to you in part by the Olive Garden Italian Restaurant, where all the best of Italy is yours. One Italian, yours truly, Chip Carey, along with the Goose, Jack Gibbons. Another big crowd tonight has watched the Magic turn a nip and tuck game in the first quarter into a blowout in the second, and here now in the third. The Magic shot 68% from the floor. They have ridden the coattails of the big fella, Shaquille O'Neal, who scored the first 13 points of the game to set a new team record. He has 37 overall. Penny Hardaway with 19, Nick Anderson 16. For the Orlando team, Mitch Richmond with 20 for Sacramento leads the Kings, and they'll re-jump it here.
Anthony Bowie might sneak up and win this tip. And he did.
AB did win it.
And look at him laughing. You're talking about a guy that just loves playing. I mean, this is AB.
He's a dandy, isn't he?
He just wants to have fun.
Now he wants to post up early. He draws a double team. AB probably hasn't been double teamed in his life. Here's Penny. Passes up the three.
Sweet, sweet move.
90-67. The lowest point total scored by the Kings is 88. They did that against Cleveland. 2:13 left. Polynice, a right-hand hook. Nick will pull up in transition.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Under 2 minutes. Randy Brown. Walt Williams against Hardaway. Well, Grant the rebound. Michael Smith falls to the floor screaming. Hardaway saves David. Bounce pass Bowie. Back to the big guy, but off his hands and out of bounds.
Sacramento substitution. Number 33, Ryan Grant.
Ryan Grant now in. He'll replace Olden Polynice. 1:42 left. So around Gary St. Jean's playing the two young kids together here. Hurley whips it off in traffic, almost a travel by Smith, but he just did hang on.
Kept that foot down on the ground. Nice pass, Hurley.
He can do that for you, no question. Penny against Williams. 10 to shoot. 20-footer. Grant fights for the rebound. Three white shirts converge. No foul there. Grant intercepts. Hardaway catches on Hurley, spins and stops. 21.
Penny stayed back complaining about the call or the non-call. And he turns around and says, look what I have here.
He's got 21 points. 92-71. Hurley slips, fires, and rattles her home. 6 for Hurley. Here, Gary St. Jean in the background telling his troops, stay with it. This game's not over yet. He's right. Nick long range. He's hit 5 in a row from downtown.
Boy, and that was under pressure. Brown had him covered pretty well.
Hurley over even. It's not supposed to happen.
Nope.
But it did.
He's shooting the ball much better here lately. Yes, Bobby Hurley, 37.7% on the season, but he is up the last 3 or 4 ball games to 50%.
Hardaway puts it in play with 4 to shoot. Now 3 to shoot. Anderson long range again. He's unstoppable. He's hit 6 in a row. 6 in a row for Nick. Unbelievable shooting performance. All bottom. 22 for Anderson, and the third quarter ends very, very nicely indeed. 98-75, Magic have the lead. After 3, we go to the 4th here at the arena.
Hey, it's me, Red Dog. Red Dog. You know, I don't know what's going on here. I thought this was a school for dogs, not a school for sheep. Doggies bleeded. I don't think so. You better believe it. Yo, Shep.
Red Dog beer. Bold yet smooth. Easy to drink.
School is out.
It's a Magic Brew. New York's thirsty for a road win, but Shaq's surfing up Big Apple cider. Knicks and Magic, Friday at 8, live on Sunshine.
If you're like most women golfers I meet, you want to improve your golf game. There's no better, faster, more economical way than reading Golf for Women magazine and watching our free Back to Basics video. This free video will help you cut stroke after stroke off your short game.
Golf for Women's Back to Basics, the short game video, gives you helpful hints for perfect putting, tips on bunker shots, advice on chipping, and more. It's sure to improve your game. Our video is free only when you subscribe to Golf for Women magazine through the special TV offer. Golf for Women is the magazine that guarantees to improve your score. If you're not completely satisfied, you'll be sent a full refund, and the video will still be yours to keep free. During this special offer, your subscription price is only $12.97, and you get the Back to Basics video absolutely free with your paid subscription. Call now, 1-800-652-2112.
Big game tonight for the Magic as we head to the 4th quarter. Jack Givens and Chip Terry with you from the arena tonight. It's the Magic 98. Sacramento 75 as we prepare for our 4th quarter of hoops tonight. Magic shoot 68% in the second period, 61% in the third. And a couple of the New York Knicks, Anthony Mason and Anthony Bonner, in attendance here tonight. They'll be in uniform Friday night when the Knicks come to town. Local favorite Charlie Ward has been placed on the injured list for New York. He will not be in uniform. Doc Rivers, the veteran guard, has been activated for Pat Riley's squad. So a lot of experience now at Pat Riley's disposal for that game Friday night. Shaq, Shaw, Avent, Hardaway, and AB for the Magic here to start the period. Anthony Bowie, baseline reverses, no good, wouldn't go.
Well, AB saw the defensive player come and thought he was going to have a tougher shot than it probably should have been. Nice. Boy, this guy looks pretty good.
Sure does. Brian Graham with 11 now. The General. Forget General Grant. It's easy to remember that one. Here's Avent. That's sent back his way. Hardaway snuffs that out. Tries to feed O'Neal inside.
Still plenty of time.
Avent beats Penny. In traffic. Couldn't finish, but a lot of contact. Well, tonight's game summary, Jack, it's brought to you by the Discover card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back.
Well, look down at Shaq having a big game. Nick Anderson opened it up with his three-point shooting. Mitch Richmond still manages to get his points. He's been up around the 20-point mark 9 out of 11 games, I think, for Sacramento. The first 11 games for the Kings. So you shouldn't be surprised that he's right there again. Very talented.
23-point lead now. That matches Hardaway's point total in the game. Knicks in town Friday, then we're off to Atlanta. Back home a couple days, then off to Cleveland on the 6th, and then back again to face the Cavaliers on the 7th here at home. Hardaway harasses Hurley. Sacramento throws it away.
Well, you know, when Hardaway is swarming on defense as he is, and when Brian Shaw is anticipating as he does so well on the weak side, it makes it tough on a point guard like Hurley, who hasn't had a lot of time and who is always looking over his shoulder, wondering where those guys are.
Not all day. Penny passes it to the big fella. He's
Really
fouled and
nice.
finishes.
Really nice ball movement there. But Penny, once again, very unselfish. I mean, he was wide open behind the three-point line. He found Grant a few possessions ago in the same manner. Now the Magic move this around, and the defense is always a step behind. Watch Sacramento. They're always trying to catch up, and that freed up Shaquille.
And too, that's an example of what we talked about in the pregame show about the unselfishness and the willingness of all these players in Brian Hill's system to play as a team and not worry about individual numbers.
Well, when you're winning ball games, it's easy to do that.
You bet. Smith against Avent. Tap try won't go. Avent can't save it. It's out of bounds to Sacramento.
Oh, these guys are lively around the basket,
Sure
though.
are.
Well, you toss the ball up there at the offensive end, and these guys are up there trying to pat it back in.
The Kings head to Philadelphia and New Jersey before they head back home on December the 6th. So their road trip will continue with a couple of more games. Brown, nice pass in traffic. Shaq, though, made a fine rebound. Now a bullet feed ahead to Hardaway. 10 minutes even to play in the game. Hardaway doubled in the post. Avent couldn't handle the pass. Now Sacramento runs out 4-on-2. Nice touch pass to Brown. Avent came back and fought that play beautiful.
No foul, no call on that one. That's a surprise as Randy Brown got pounded, but still the Kings get their 2 points.
He's a big guy with 6 to shoot, but behind the goal, that wouldn't fall for him. Rebound to Hurley. 102-79. Brown open. Yes.
Randy Brown.
Randy Brown with a couple of buckets here tonight. 102-81. Magic, the top scoring and second best shooting team in the league, doing nothing to dispel those notions in this game tonight. They did turn it over there, and Turner couldn't finish.
Now the Magic need to come back here and score. They have been really sloppy here the last few trips down.
Anthony saves his own miss.
Yeah, they need to bucket here. You've been up and down the floor, and I'd like for it to be Avent that gets it, to help his confidence. Yes, he has had the ball in the middle a lot, and he really hasn't gotten much done. He's fumbled a couple away, and that basket right there does a lot for his confidence.
6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of the 5 on the offensive end. And Sacramento will take a timeout here. 104-81, a big lead for the Magic. See the time left here at the arena.
over 150 convenient locations all over Florida.
Looks like the perfect house. Everything that you've always wanted. And some problems that may surprise you. Well, that's why you need a realtor. You see, realtors know what to look for and how to avoid big mistakes. They'll even help find the right financing, the kind that you get at Great Western. You know, buying a home is tricky, so let Great Western and your realtor help, because without them, it's real easy to get fooled.
Now there's a petroleum card unlike any other that gets what you need at more than 13,000 locations. It's the Citgo Plus card, and you can use it anywhere you see the Citgo sign. And because it's the industry's fastest growing card, it can unlock the power of America's fastest growing oil company. It takes one little card to get this kind of convenience. It's the Citgo Plus card, the petroleum card.
After a sluggish start, it has been all Magic in this ball game. They lead at 104-81, 8:26 to play in the game. And Jack, a look at our slam dunk of the game. It's brought to you by Red Dog, bold yet smooth, unusually easy to drink. This is Red Dog territory.
Well, guess who? The Magic get the little lob over top. No one there on the weak side for the Kings, and it leaves Shaq open for an easy two.
There's only one person who dunks more than Shaquille O'Neal. That's a police officer on an early morning beat. Jeff Turner into the game.
Boy.
JT making his third appearance of the year.
Jeff needs a basket tonight. I mean, he's been, he hadn't gotten a lot of minutes.
Yeah, he said the rookie Brooks Thompson froze him out up in Milwaukee. And a funny story, too. Jeff came off the floor after playing 5 or 6 minutes up in the game in Milwaukee. He was just all excited, happy, screaming, yeah, that felt good. Tree Rollins said, I've never seen that before. A guy happier playing 5 minutes in a game than Jeff Turner. Just glad to have him back in the game.
But Jeff just wants a little time. They got Shaquille for three seconds there. What happened is Shaq, although he went away from the ball, he never cleared the paint. And he got caught.
Under 8 minutes, 104-83. Abdelnaby sets a screen for Hurley and is fouled out of the game on an offensive foul.
Oh, it's been one of those nights.
He's just got a big target on his back.
Yep.
And look at Gary St. Jean. He's saying, oh, my goodness.
Alla really hadn't played a lot of minutes coming into this ball game. Got his first really extended time on the floor last night in the game against Miami. He had a season-high 12 points, 6 rebounds, and a couple of blocks in that game. So he's just starting to get some playing time. And he uses it to his advantage here. Picks up 6 fouls and will sit the rest of the way.
Hardaway against Trevor Wilson now. What have we got?
Well, Jeff Turner set an illegal screen. He was out of bounds actually when the contact was made. And while there wasn't a lot of contact, he did get some. Made contact out of bounds.
Ed Rush called delay a game like the NFL. 7:33 to go, 104-83.
And I think Gary St. Jean might be thinking this one is over, and he hasn't had Mitch Richmond on the floor for a long time. I'm wondering if he'll put him in there or not.
He's been out a long time, you're right. Here's AB. Feeds Hardaway, spinning again in traffic. Wouldn't finish at that time. AB almost stole it, and a foul inside.
Foul number 14.
AB rips that mouthpiece out of his mouth. Says, "Come on."
Yes, sir. First team.
That means he got him.
Bobby Hurley shooting 2.
Maybe got all ball. Let's see right here. Yeah, there's a reach in right there.
So Bobby Hurley at the line. Boy, this kid had a star-studded career at Duke. Went to all those NCAA finals with Christian Laettner and company, and that's, I guess, the intriguing thing that Sacramento found in him. Leadership abilities, plays in big games.
Well, you know, it's nothing like that experience you get from winning ball games, and they needed some of that in Sacramento, having experienced a bunch of subpar seasons. Penny with the travel.
Well, to give you an idea how bad things have been since Sacramento moved from Kansas City. The Kings last year won 28-54. The first time they have not finished in last place since '88 and '89, and it was their 4th best Sacramento era record ever. So times have indeed been tough in the capital city of California. Here's AB spinning, and another travel. 6:45 left.
This stretch right here is not what the Magic need.
Well, our cameras have panned the audience and have found tonight's unsuspecting Fanatical Fan, brought to you by Scotty's. The Fanatical Fan doesn't know it, but he's the lucky winner of an Encon ceiling fan courtesy of Scotty's.
I think what you're going to have here is a timeout by Brian. I mean, this is just not real pretty, and you got to do something to get these guys refocused. And I think Brian realizes that right now, and he'll do a little chewing and try to get these guys to put this thing away.
See this number? Yeah, the one down there. Call the number and receive the hottest catalog around. The Orlando Magic Fanatic Catalog. The place for exclusive items from the Orlando Magic. Call now. 1-800-HOT-TEAM. An official representative of the U.S. Postal Service will personally deliver this catalog to your very own mailbox. The Magic Fanatic Catalog. More stuff than you can shake a shack at. Exclusive gear from the only store owned and operated by the Orlando Magic.
Billions of years ago, the only place to get a nice gift was the airport. A good meal? The airport. Rent a wheel? The airport. That's why Thrifty Car Rental opened in your neighborhood.
Today in Orlando, you can rent the roomy Dodge Caravan for only $29.95 per day when you mention Rate Plan SN.
And if you're at the airport, we're in that neighborhood too. Your neighborhood Thrifty Car Rental, historically known for low rates.
1,000 layers may be a slight exaggeration, but not by much. The Olive Garden presents the Mille Strati. Layer after layer. More of the delicious, good, fresh foods you love. It all stacks up to our special lasagna you simply can't get anywhere else. The sensational new Mille Strati, only at the Olive Garden Italian restaurant.
The NBA on Sunshine Network, live from Orlando, has been brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quenchers. There's a reason the pros drink Gatorade, because nothing quenches a deep down body thirst better. When you're thirsty, it's got to be Gatorade. By Goodings, always our best. By the Discover Card, it pays to discover the card that pays you back. By Head & Shoulders Dry Scalp, turns dandruff problems into great looking hair. By Great Western Bank's family of companies, $37 billion strong. Great Western will always be there. And by Red Dog, bold yet smooth, unusually easy to drink. This is Red Dog territory.
Oh, Turner's shot rejected as we come back to live action. O'Neal's just smacked, cracked, hit, smoked. Still has 41 in the game. Ah, the sweet smell of success for the big fella here tonight.
Well, he's had a good game, but this little stretch here for the Magic probably giving Brian a little bit more concern than he would like coming down the stretch here. Jeff Turner with the foul. So he gets in the book here.
Foul number 31, Jeff Turner.
But, you know, you don't want to get sloppy, and you think about it, you have the Knicks coming in here, and you have a chance to have a great ball game, beating a pretty good team in Sacramento. But you end the game on a down note, and then now you've got to come back in, have practice tomorrow, and you have to work through all that again to get back where you were. So I think the Magic need to make sure they close this out in a good fashion so that you can have a nice practice tomorrow and you don't have to worry about all this stuff.
So Shaq departs. He hits 40 points for the 3rd time this season. O'Neal, I think he got 10 rebounds in the game. Changed the scorebook before we could get a quick look at it. No, he didn't. He got 9.
4 points for the Magic.
So Shaq does not get a double-double on the night. Horace Grant in for him. Hardaway works around the Turner screen. Now 10 to shoot for Penny. Oh, he is amazing. Rubber man, I call him. That's what he reminds me of. The way he twists and bends. Does stuff like that.
You clear it out and let him have it. Most of the time, something good's going to happen. Now, Penny will talk about his 6 turnovers in this ball game when this is over, and he'll say he didn't have a good game because of it, but he has been effective. 23 points, 11 assists in this ball game, has 4 steals, but he'll want to talk about those 6 turnovers
and that free throw.
And that free throw.
Now, in a way, I think sometimes he's too hard on himself, but a young player, I think you like to see that.
Yeah.
Because he's very talented now, he wants to get better. A couple of misses there. 106-89. Sacramento just hanging around here. Magic have held just 2 opponents this year below the century mark. They've got a chance, one more defensive stand for a couple of minutes or so. They've had a nice block, and then he threw Turner away.
Dennis Scott up off the bench for the Magic.
And 3D sheds the warm-ups, and he'll check in. Let's see who he gets. Well, a moment I'm sure I know Dennis has been waiting for since he went on the injured list.
Well, these last 5 minutes might be just a short enough time for Dennis to get through without having to use up all the oxygen in the whole mass in the oxygen tank back in the locker room after this game. He'll try to get through it here. It's just nice to see Dennis on the floor.
Ryan Shaw got none. Dennis Scott. He's not going to shoot it right away. A trip or 2 up to Florida.
He just wants to get up and down the floor. He wants to get 5 minutes.
Jeff Turner. Come on, Jeff, make a shot. There he is. Welcome back, JT.
Well, you're talking about something the Magic need. Someone that can knock a shot or 2 down from the outside.
And I think we have a timeout here. Sacramento will take the timeout. 4:27 left, 108-89. We'll continue Jack's point about the outside shooting when we come right back.
Hello from Plank Road, where our man Paul has gotten lots of calls and letters asking, is ice beer really beer frozen like ice? Nope. Paul says that would be beer on a stick, not an ice beer. Ice House is ice beer. Ice brewed so there's never any watered down taste, just more of what you want in a beer. Ice brewed Ice House. It's not frozen, but you can sample a frosty cold one almost anywhere. Thanks and enjoy.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous. Beautiful, Debbie.
Better than the last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago while doing test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head & Shoulders helps stop flakes from even forming. See the difference? Yeah, picture perfect. Head & Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
They score 4:27 to play in our ball game tonight at the O-Arena. Don't forget the New York Knicks are in town Friday night. 7:30, we're on the air with the pregame show with Paul Kennedy. Then 8 o'clock tip-off, the game also on national cable. So folks around the country will have a chance to see round 2 of the New York-Orlando battle. The Magic, after they win this game, will go to 10-2. That'll be the best record in all of basketball. They'll lead the Knicks by 2.5 games now in the Atlantic Division. Knicks, of course, the defending Eastern Conference champions, lost to the Houston Rockets in the finals last year. Magic lead New York by 2, Boston by 3.5 coming in, the Nets by 5, Washington by 5. Well, the Bullets have really struggled. They've lost 6 games in a row.
Yeah, since making the big move, getting Weber and getting Juwan Howard signed. No luck yet. You know, you're talking about the Knicks. I think they're still the team to beat.
No question.
They are very good.
They have all that veteran leadership on that team. Think of Ewing and Doc Rivers, Derek Harper. I mean, that's a lot of experience in those 3 players alone. Avent off the Grant air ball.
Avent with 2 or 3 blocks in this game also.
4 to be exact, believe it or not.
Boy, he's been very, very aggressive.
Dennis Scott, his size, trying to post up Wilson for the moment. In traffic, he catches over Hurley. 6 to shoot now. AB, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Dennis was out of bounds, and It'll go to Sacramento. That is 22 turnovers now for the Magic.
2 points for McIntyre.
Brooks Thompson up. He'll check in here. Next stop. Early fakes out Avent. Grant pushed and hits. He had position on Jeff Turner.
Magic substitution number 22, Brooks Thompson.
JT his second foul. Brooks Thompson in for Brian Shaw here.
Brooks will be able to play the rest of the game here. Brian Shaw will retire for the night.
Well, we talked at the top of the show about these young power forwards for Sacramento in this game, and I think they showed their abilities very, very well tonight.
These guys are going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they are. Get Dwayne Coswell healthy. 3D off the screen. He's strong. Coswell healthy. You get Polynice playing like he's been playing. The Sacramento team is going to be tough. There's a self pass to Wilson, it looked like. Thompson the steal and a late whistle.
Dennis Scott, nope.
Foul number 22, Brooks Thompson. His first fourth team foul.
Only the fourth team foul. 3:04 to play in the game. Don't forget, if you're interested in leasing a Magic Skybox here at the Orlando Arena on a per game basis, they are available. All you have to do is call Joe Whitehurst at 649-3286 and leave your name and number on his voicemail message, and he'll get back to you ASAP. Skyboxes are available on a per game basis, so call Joe. Avent, another block. Hurley falls hard. Anthony with the body, got it. A couple of Jersey guys having a meeting of the minds right there.
Yeah. Well, they've been going back and forth with each other in a fun way. They've been laughing and joking with each other. Anthony Avent gives him a lot of body. Gets all ball, but got him with the body. Avent with 5 blocks.
So Avent tonight, a monster game defensively for the Magic. And be remiss in mentioning he also has 7 rebounds in this game. Hurley knocks them both down. 12 points for Bobby Hurley off the bench. 108-93 your score. A 15-point game with a lot of time to go yet. Jeff Turner got it again. Boy, that play works. It's beautiful. Pick and roll. Yep. He and Scott Skiles made a lot of money for a lot of years doing that.
You know, with Jeff Turner hurt and with Dennis Scott out, the Magic just haven't had that consistency from the outside. A guy that can step up and knock it down like Dennis can and like Jeff Turner can.
3D in the corner. That came out on him. Now Brown at the other end.
Randy Brown.
6'4" Brown. Turner's hit a couple of shots in a row. Now Dennis Scott again. They want to get him some points, get his confidence up.
2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Avent has that shot sent back. Under 2 minutes to play in the game. 110-95. Brown to Grant, spinning, laying in.
Well, I think everyone wants to get this one over. The officials included. This thing is down to 13 now.
1:38 to go. JT again. Still a little strong. Crazier things have happened.
Well, I don't think it's going to get that crazy here tonight.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Foul number 22, Brooks Thompson.
Brooks Thompson, the reach-in foul.
His second penalty
Checking in for the Kings, Henry Turner now. He'll replace
number 9, Henry Turner.
Michael Smith. Well, tonight's star of the game, guess who? It's brought to you by Great Western Bank's family of companies, $37 billion strong. Great Western will always be there for you. Pretty good night for the big fella.
Yep.
Scored the first 13 points of the game tonight. A new franchise record in that category. Consecutive points. He is finished with 41. Dennis Scott with a rebound. 110-98. Thompson wants it against Bobby Hurley. Oh, good pump fake.
Well, that's a sweet move there. That's one thing Brooks Thompson does have in his favor. He's good on the offensive end.
1:10 to go. You know what I like about Brooks? He kind of reminds you of Skiles a little bit. He's got that swagger, that cockiness, which I think is good. Trevor Wilson to hit. And he's not afraid to talk a little smack with you. If you want to play that game, he'll do it all night.
You know, the other part of that is that's the first basket, I think, or one of the few baskets the Magic have been able to get working against Bobby Hurley.
Avent saves, 10 to shoot now. Thompson back to 3D. Line pass, Anthony Bowie. That's his first three-point miss. Wilson has it now, 40 seconds left of the game. Good crossover, and he missed the coast-to-coaster. Jeff Turner taps it out. Thompson has the save. Ahead to Avent. He'll catch, and he'll dunk. Just rewards there.
Yes.
114-100. Bobby Hurley to the hole, uncontested. Well, we talked to at the beginning of the show about Brian Hill. His ball clubs won this game. And Brian Hill, in my estimation, ought to be the coach of the month.
Yeah, I think you're right. You look at the record, you look at the job he's done, mixing the lineups and working through the injury situations that the team has been faced with. And he certainly deserves the coach of the month honors.
And you can talk about the Houston Rockets and their success of last season going undefeated in the month of November. This Magic Ball Club's 4 points and about 6 seconds away from being 12-0. And he's guided the Magic to their best ever win streak here to close out the month of November, 8 in a row with the New York Knicks in town Friday night.
Well, I think another guy that will get some consideration is the guy sitting on the other bench here tonight, Gary St. Jean, and what he's been able to do with this Sacramento team.
10 seconds left. Thompson 4-3. Wouldn't go. Jeff Turner kept it alive. Kings still playing hard. Turner will try to score the last bucket in the game. He does, and he's fouled. Brooks Thompson got him.
Well, that's not going to get you any minutes. Number one, he took the shot from the outside. Should have just probably just let the clock run out. And you take it with enough time on the clock to give the Kings the ball coming back at you the other way. And you make matters worse, committing the foul. So the rookie will hear about that after the game, I'm sure.
And the Magic have only scored 16 in this period. Again, Hardaways and the Andersons and the Grants and the O'Neills spent a lot of time on the bench here. But Turner converts the three-point play. That makes it 114-107, 2.2 left. Thompson's going to heave it up and almost hit it at the buzzer. Final score, Magic have gone to 10-2. They're a perfect 6-0 at home. They have won a franchise record 8 straight ball games, beating a much improved Sacramento Ball Club here tonight by a 7-point margin. 114-107 your final score. The crowd heads home happy. Jack and I will have more as we continue with Magic basketball tonight on Sunshine Network.
Red Dog here. Look at him. Making fools of themselves. And for what? A pat on the head and a dog biscuit?
What do you think of that?
You got a mind of your own.
Oh.
Know what I'm saying? Do what's right for you. Hey, buddy, nothing personal.
Red Dog beer. Bold yet smooth, easy to drink.
But I don't jump through hoops for nobody.
Getting a handle on quality. Holding the line on costs. For businesses to chart a winning course in healthcare, it takes teamwork. That's where Principal Healthcare is taking the lead. Getting doctors, hospitals, employees, and employers all pulling together. Principal Healthcare of Florida. What healthcare is meant to be.
New cars are always in the news. And this year, some really incredible things have been happening. The news is out on Toyota, and the 1995 Corolla is here. Right now, you can lease Corolla for just $169 a month. Or with incentives and option savings, you could save up to $1,200 when you buy a new Corolla. This year is looking very good for Toyota, and very good for you.
When you
you're active, your body heat increases 15 or 20 times. You become dehydrated. As soon as 30 minutes, you lose fluids. Up to 2 quarts of sweat per hour. But more than anything else, you get thirsty. Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Drink it. No other beverage enters the bloodstream faster and rehydrates you better. Chug it. Nothing quenches a deep down body thirst better. Scientifically tested, athletically proven. Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's gotta be Gatorade.
114-107 again is our final score tonight. The Orlando Magic now 10-2, best record in all of basketball. Won 8 straight games, a franchise record, a perfect 6-0 at home, 4-2 away from the friendly confines here at the Orlando Arena. And don't forget, Friday night, the New York Knicks come to town. That's going to be a dandy. 7:30 our airtime at the pregame show. 8 o'clock our tip-off. Here's a look at tonight's Citgo play of the game. It's brought to you by Citgo, where you can feel the pride. Loose.
Well, Nick Anderson, this is his 6th three-point shot in a row. And Nick came on after getting off to a somewhat slow start and made this another Nick Anderson type game. So he had a good one.
He did all his scoring in the second and third quarter, finished with 22. Shaq led the way with 41 tonight in Orlando's victorious evening. There's your final score. More from the arena as we continue with post-game show right after this timeout.
It's a magic brew. New York's thirsty for a road win, but Shaq's serving up Big Apple cider. Knicks and Magic, Friday at 8, live on Sunshine.
The power, the punishment, the pain. The ultimate sports spectacular. Now you can relive the excitement on home video with Top Rank's greatest knockouts. Volumes 1 and 2. Together on one full-length cassette. Legends like Hagler, Hearn, Arguello, Duran. 22 knockouts that changed boxing history. The courage, the champions, and the cheap shots. This is non-stop action, up close and in your face. Call now to order. The winner by a knockout. Top Rank's greatest knockouts. Volumes 1 and 2. Together only $19.98. Don't miss the bell. Call now.
Call now to order Top Rank's greatest knockouts. This video makes the perfect gift. Sorry, no CODs. For faster delivery, please have your credit card ready. Call 1-800-652-2112. That's 1-800-652-2112.
This is the Magic Post-Game Show, a recap of tonight's game with stats, highlights, and scores from around the NBA. Now let's go back to the arena for a wrap-up of tonight's game.
Basketball. And our post-game report begins now here in the arena, where the Orlando Magic have set an all-time franchise mark, winning their 8th consecutive game, and post here in the month of November their 10th win on the year. The team at 10-2 as Sacramento slips to 500 at 6-6. A 7-point affair, 114-107. Penny Hardaway with the big night tonight. 23 points and 11 assists. And the reigning NBA Player of the Week, coming off that triple-double in Milwaukee. Here with a double-double here tonight, playing in pain too after he bumped knees with Olin Polynice. And the Magic are a winner once again. We'll have more in a moment on Sunshine.
Hi, this is Sonny Hirsch honoring the University of Miami's football excellence. During just one decade, the Canes won 4 national championships, produced 2 Heisman Trophy winners, and won 58 consecutive games in the Orange Bowl. Each national championship was honored with a one-of-a-kind ring. You can't own the rings, but now loyal Canes fans can be a part of the Miami Hurricanes football history with a championship plate honoring the Canes. This beautiful commemorative plate has 4 exact replica ring heads cast from the actual rings. Hand forged is solid bronze. This dramatic championship Championship plate weighs over 1 pound. Sebastian the Ibis, the Canes' official mascot, stands guard over the rings. A great collector's item for all sports fans and a great gift idea. To order your Miami Hurricane commemorative plate, call 1-800-526-FANS. Just one credit card payment of $124.95 plus shipping and handling. Own a part of the Miami Hurricanes football history.
Now there's a petroleum card unlike any other that gets what you need at more than 13,000 locations. It's the Citgo Plus card, and you can use it anywhere you see the Citgo sign. And because it's the industry's fastest growing card, it can unlock the power of America's fastest growing oil company. It takes one little card to get this kind of convenience. It's the Citgo Plus card, the petroleum card.
The Magic are 10-2 now. Think back to last year when the Magic won 50 games for the first time in franchise history. What was their record after 12 ball games?
I don't know. If you can tell us.
It was 7-5, so no question about it. This Magic team certainly has improved, and it's a good thing that Magic team got off to a hot start, Jack, because the month of December gets very busy. 17 ball games for the Magic, 10 of them away from home.